Hi guys, welcome to our Sudhir Need Biology Academy channel. Today, let us take up another question based on the diagram. So the diagram based questions we are dealing now. Today, let us take up another question in the chapter Chemical Coordination. Specifically on the topic on the hormone action, mechanism of hormone action. See, to study this mechanism of hormone action, we have to know the basic things. That is, there are two types of hormones. One, peptide or protein hormones. Another two, steroid hormones. Okay. Now let us come to the question. This is the diagram. You can see this. You can see in your NCERT textbook, page number 341. Okay. So this is the diagram given in the NEET. Let us take. So you can see this, the cell membrane. This is the cytoplasm, and this is the nucleus. This is the hormone outside the cell, and this enters the cell, and it binds with the receptor and does the things. It combines with genome, and then it forms proteins, and then finally it does the physiological responses. Now the question number one, the hormone will be synthesized by the neural cells of hypothalamus, option number one. Number two, this hormone cannot be thyroxine or tripodothyroxine. Number three, this hormone can be a derivative of cholesterol. Number four, the hormone will have an almost instantaneous onset of action. So which option is correct? We have to find out. So for this, we must have a fundamental knowledge of the mechanism of action of hormone. So I told you there are two types of hormones, one peptide hormones or protein hormones, another one steroid hormones. The peptide hormones are water soluble but not lipid soluble, whereas the steroid hormones are lipid soluble. So here you can see the hormone outside directly enters the cell. So it passes through the cell membrane. So this hormone directly passes through the cell membrane. That means this hormone is lipid soluble because this cell membrane is made up of lipids. So the hormone directly comes into the cell by dissolving the lipid molecules of the cell membrane. So on seeing this diagram, that the hormone directly comes into the cell by dissolving the lipid molecules of the cell membrane, we can come to a conclusion that it is a steroid hormone. Because the steroid hormone is lipid soluble and can directly cross the cell membrane. So these hormones cannot act by themselves. They have to find a receptor and they will form a hormone receptor complex, and then it begins the action. That is the mechanism. So the receptors are actually specific proteins. The receptors bind with the hormone and they will form a hormone receptor complex. So thus that receptors are of two types. One, that receptor are membrane bound, otherwise it is internal receptors. That is, the receptors may be present in the cell membrane, membrane bound, or this receptors are internal, they are present inside the cell. There are two types of receptors. Now you can see the receptors are not found on the membrane, the receptor is found in the inside the cell. So the characteristic with the steroid hormones are lipid soluble, can directly cross the cell membrane. So one, they are lipid soluble and can directly cross the cell membrane. And third point, the receptors are present inside the cell, intracellular receptors, internal receptors. So since the hormone directly comes into the cell, they won't form a secondary messenger system or second messenger system. If they cannot pass through the membrane, they have to find another messenger that we will see in the next video. Here there is no need to form a second messenger, directly enters the cell. So these are all the characters of the steroid hormone. So now we can, the hormone receptor complex is formed and then it acts on the genome and it forms the proteins, and finally the physiological response, the tissue growth and differentiation takes place. This is the mechanism. Now we have to come to the question. Let us take, the hormone will be synthesized by the neural cells of hypothalamus. So for this you must know the examples of the protein enzymes and steroid protein hormones and steroid hormones. The hypothalamus produces, or the pituitary gland produces the hormones LH luteinizing hormone, LTH luteotrophic hormone, FSH follicle stimulation, ADH, etc. So these hormones are all examples for protein hormones. So this option is wrong because it forms in line with the steroid hormones. Let us see. Number 2, this hormone cannot be thyroxine or triiodothyroxine. The option given here is that the hormone cannot be thyroxine or triiodothyroxine, but the triiodothyroxine is the hormone which has intracellular receptors. So in the textbook of your NCERT 11th, you can see in the page 340, the explanation is given. The example for this steroid hormone they are given. For this internal receptors, they are given examples. One, the steroid hormone, and another one is iodothyroxine. So this hormone may or can be triiodothyroxine. Okay, let us wait. Third, this hormone can be a derivative of cholesterol. Now we arrive to a solution. The hormone can be a derivative of cholesterol. So you must know the steroid hormones are all derivatives of cholesterol. This is the confirmation point here. So we already seen that the steroid or the hormone given here is that it is lipid soluble, it directly enters into the cell, it has intracellular receptors, internal receptors. They have no second messenger system. The hormone produce testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, aldosterone, cortisol, steroid, examples for this steroid hormones. So the hormone can be a derivative of cholesterol. So here the steroid hormones are all derivatives of cholesterol. So this is right because it can be triiodothyroxine because this odothyroxine has the internal receptors. You can refer the 11th NCERT, page number 340, it is given. Example for the internal receptors, non-steroid hormones and iodothioresin. But another clue given in this question is that the hormone is a derivative of cholesterol. The third option, this hormone can be a derivative of cholesterol. So all steroid hormones are derivatives of cholesterol. Okay, let us come to the fourth option. The hormone will have an almost instantaneous onset of action. This is wrong because the hormone will not have an instant action, because the hormone has to come inside the cell and has to combine with the receptor to form a hormone receptor complex, and then only it can act. So this fourth option is wrong. So coming to once again the question, I will repeat. First option, the hormone will be synthesized by the neural cells of hypothalamus. That is wrong, because the hormone synthesized by the pituitary or hypothalamus will be LH, LTH, FSH, oxytocin or ADH, etc. These hormones are all examples of peptide hormones, not steroid hormones. Second option, this hormone cannot be thyroxine or triiodothyroxine. This is also wrong, because this hormone can also thyroxine or triiodothyroxine, because for triiodothyroxine the receptor will be internal receptors. So for both steroid hormones and triiodothyroxine, the receptors will be internal receptors. So you can refer your 11th NCERT book, page number 340. They are given the examples for internal receptors are one, steroid hormones and iodothyroxine. So this can also be a triiodothyroxine hormone. Let us wait. Third option, this hormone can be a derivative of cholesterol. So all steroid hormones are derivatives of cholesterol. So this hormone should be a steroid hormone. Second option is wrong, because the triiodothyroxine is not a steroid hormone. It is not a derivative of cholesterol. It is a steroid hormone because it is a lipid soluble, it directly comes internal receptors, etc. So the third option is the right option. The fourth option, the hormone will have an almost instant action. Wrong. No instant action, because it has to come inside and forms a hormone receptor complex. So by taking this example, diagram based example as an MCQ, we have explained the features of this steroid hormone. I repeat as a summary, the hormones bind to the specific proteins called hormone receptors to form hormone receptor complex. For steroid hormone, they are lipid soluble, and so they directly come inside, and the hormone combines with the receptor. That receptors are present inside the cell. Internal receptors or intracellular receptors. Here for steroid hormones, there is no need for second messenger system, because the hormone can directly enter into the cell, dissolving the bilipid layer of the cell membrane, since it is a lipid soluble hormone. Examples for the steroid hormones are testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, aldosterone, cortisol and steroid. Okay. So the hormone comes inside the cell, dissolving the cell bilipid membrane, and then enters into the nucleus where the receptor is present. The receptor is present inside the cell, so intracellular receptor, and forms a hormone receptor complex which acts on the genome and it forms specific proteins which forms the physiological responses like tissue growth and differentiation in the human body. So in this video, we have taken one example, diagram based example, this one, by which we have explained the features of the steroid hormone. Since it is a steroid hormone, of the four options we have proved that it is a steroid hormone. And we explained the features of the steroid hormone. In the next video, we will take up another diagram based example in the same chapter, chemical coordination. Till then, thank you very much.